Hello beautiful people, I'm Raish Phoenix, and in today's video I will be showing you guys how I created this look. For this makeup look, I wanted to do something that is more of like a romantic, cool toned look. I know that typically around Valentine's Day we see maybe the plums, the reds, the pinks, and I wanted to challenge myself to do something cool toned. Now looking at it, I think it's giving Winter Wonderland, it's giving Emma Frost, it's giving 90s supermodel. It's giving a lot of things, but I'm not mad at it. I really like the lip that I paired with this, and also the lashes, these Libra lashes. These Libra lashes, like they're just so beautiful. And there's also something that I think has been, like to me at least lately, there's something really satisfying about a matte eyeshadow and then putting sparkle on top. I think it just looks really pretty. So I hope you guys like seeing me create this look.
Hello beautiful people, let's get started with today's look. On the brows, off camera, I used e.l.f. Brow Lift Gel. For the eyes, I went with Juvia's Place I Prep I Prime shade number 2 as a base, and I did set it with a translucent powder. Starting with the first palette today is a Color Rain Vivid Pigments and Shadows palette. I'm picking up the shade Jet Set, and I'm going to be focusing this in the crease. I'm mostly focusing it on the outer crease, so I'm not bringing it too far on the inner crease, if you can see like where the corner of my eye is. So really just building up the shade dominantly in the crease and making sure that I really build it up and have patience with it, because blue eyeshadow can sometimes be tricky, but you know, I just want to make sure I get the full intensity of the color, but also work with it to blend in with my complexion. From Sugar Pill, I'm taking their Fun Size 2 palette, and I'm going to be grabbing the shade Elixir, pressing this onto the lid in the center. So because this is a light color, it does easily kind of transfer on the lid if you're swiping, or not transfer, it can get lost, the color can get lost. So if you do have a blue base, I'd say you can go in with that, but for me, I decided to just stick with my Juvia's Place eye primer to use as my base. I really packed it on so that that blue intensity would be there, and then I'm just going back into that initial shade that we put down and building that crease shade back up, because these blue shades being so light, they can get really lost, so you just gotta go back, get that intensity. And you see, I'm looking at it because I'm like, you know, I really want it to blend into my complexion better, you know, is cool toned. So what did I do? I grabbed my Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is in the shade Medium Deep. So this is a shade I use for my all over face complexion, and because I know it's for my face all over, I know that it's gonna blend really well and act as a really great transition shade. So I'm focusing this on the outer edges of that blue eyeshadow to further help with blending it into my complexion. From Ombre Beauty, I'm grabbing their Salute to the Sun eyeliner. This is in the shade Outre, and I'm going to be using it for my liner. So for today's look, I'm not going super thick on the liner. As you can see, I'm making sure that I keep it close to the lash line, and I'm only bringing it up like just the slightest bit for the tail end of the liner, but really trying to keep it thin. In that same Colored Rain palette, I'm going to be picking up the shade Yacht Life, and I'm going to be using this to build up onto the eyeliner that we just put down. So this is kind of just helping with intensifying that color, but also smudging it out the slightest bit. In ColourPop, I'm taking the Sweet Talk palette, and I'm picking up the shade Prima Drama, or the glitter, the pressed glitter Prima Drama, and I'm only focusing that on the center of the lid. Now I'm going in with a makeup remover wipe and just cleaning up the edges of my eyes. So just the outer portion, just making sure that's a clean cut area. I did the rest of my face off camera, but this is my first time working with the e.l.f., let me get this right, 16-hour camo concealer. So I decided to place it on and then go straight to blending out. Usually what I do with my face products is I let my contour and my concealer sit, but because this was my first time working with this product, I wanted to get a feel for how much coverage am I going to get from the product. So that's why you see me going back and just adding like the slightest bit and then blending it out. I will say that I used this concealer again after this, and I noticed that you definitely want to blend it right away, because if you let it sit on the skin for too long, it is going to start to get harder to blend out. You can blend it out, but it's going to be harder. So this is definitely one of those concealers you want to go straight to blending out. As far as coverage, I don't know, it's kind of interesting because when I first put it down, I see the color and then it feels like it starts to gray a little, but then after I set it with my translucent powder, it's like the color comes back. So I don't know, I really like the color payoff. I have this in the shade Deep Olive, and I really like the intensity. Like, this is the brightest I've ever gone with my concealer, and I've been wanting to do a bright under eye for quite some time now. So I'm happy with the look it gave me in the end, but I'm still trying to figure out, like, are you graying on me, girl? Like, if I put this on, are you gonna stay the color you were in the tube? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm still trying to figure that out, but I will tell you guys as I continue to use this product. But you see me checking it out, and I was like, you know, I'm vibing to it, you know? I'm vibing out. It's looking good. It's looking good. Now in my Crankcase matte book palette, I'm picking up that white matte shade. I'm focusing this on the very most inner corner to highlight, like, pretty much, I'm not gonna lie, there was a white cast still there from my primer, and the longer I looked at it, the more I was like, you know, this will add a nice inner highlight for this eye look because we have those already bright blues, so the white just ties in the whole look, and I think it was just like a little happy accident that I fully committed to with the white eyeshadow. From LA Girl, taking the matte bronzer, that bottom shade, the Sunset Glow matte bronzer to be specific, and I'm focusing this on the lower lash line. So I'm that entire area where you can literally see like my under eye bag situation, if you want to call it under eye bag, a designer bag, whatever you want to call it, you know, that area. That is where I'm going to be focusing it. And then for lashes, I'm doing it off camera. I'm using Oma Beauty Drama Bomb mascara and then the Libra lash in style number 1. For the face, I'm gonna go in with Kiss of Copper from Bare Minerals. And this is their bronzer, to be more specific. This is Bare Minerals bronzer. From LA Girl, I'm grabbing their highlight in Sunkissed Glow, and I will be applying this to all the areas I want to highlight, focusing first on the inner corners, and then after this you guys will see me apply it to my nose, my brow bone, and the highest points of my cheek. Moving on to lips, I'm going to be grabbing my Oma Beauty Simone lip liner and applying that to my lip line. Then to finish this look off, I'm going to be applying, once again from Oma Beauty, this is their lipstick in the shade Tracy. And here is the completed look.
That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bless up, and until next time, sending out much peace, love, and enlightenment. Bye guys.